linebacker Ethan Barr. Take a question.
All right, Ethan, how surprising was this performance tonight? Everyone knows Colorado comes in with a high-flying offense, but I imagine you guys thought you'd play better.
Yeah, I think we had a really good week of practice, and so we were hoping to kind of that show up today. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to be better. They have a really good team. They got a lot of good players that can ability to make plays. And at the end of the day, that's what it came down to. They were able to extend drives and make the plays downfield that they needed to make to continue drives going. And so, yeah, I think there's definitely things that we can improve on. But I think it's unfortunate. But this isn't just because we lost this game doesn't mean anything past this game is going to spiral or anything like that. We can come back to work tomorrow and improve and keep going.
Ethan, that was my bad question is, Gus talked about you guys weren't able to seize the moment today, but what do you guys need to do tomorrow? What do you guys need to do moving forward? You got a big game against Florida this week. What do you need to do to kind of put this stuff behind you and get better?
Yeah, and Coach Malzahn talked about just staying positive, eliminate all the negativity from the outside and staying together as a team. And that's really what we need to do. Come back tomorrow. We got practice tomorrow. We got film, so be able to learn from our mistakes and make those adjustments, make those improvements that we need to have moving forward, and just learn and be able to grow and come together as a team, and not separate, not fault blame on anywhere. The game is on all three phases, and we all got to be better on all three phases, and that starts with the defense. So.
Ethan, you knew going into Colorado's offense had explosive players at receiver and all that, but when it comes to Colorado running the ball, what did you think was different about them versus the past 3 games?
Yeah, I think they ran the ball a little bit more today, and I think that's because they had some success at some times with what they were doing. And we just got to be better in the box, and that starts with me, starts with DP, starts up front, and so if we take away the run, they aren't going to run the ball. So we got to be better and not allow that to even happen, make them one-dimensional. That's what they have been, and we can't allow them to have success on both pass and run. And I think that kind of kept some drives going, gave them a little spark at times when they needed it, when we were hoping to get off the field and kind of turn the thing around.
Did they give you a look you haven't seen before?
No, they did what they did.
Yeah, did Colorado show you anything different than you had prepared for all week?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think we prepared very well, and we did really well in matching routes, things like that. That's something that we really emphasized this week, just because that's what they do heavily. And they do what they do. They aren't going to do something that they don't have to do. They have the players to do what they do, and they have a good quarterback to make plays, and when they need him to make plays. And so, nothing was a surprise.
Ethan, Coach talked about how controlling the tempo is important in the game. Obviously Colorado ran the ball fairly quickly. How do you plan for the defense to really try and control that tempo coming up into this next week?
Yeah, I think when you allow big plays to happen, that's when tempo happens. And so we just can't allow big plays to just continue the march down the field, and we got to get off the field. And if you go 3 and out, there's no tempo. So that just starts with doing our job, doing our assignment, executing, making the plays that come to us, and just stopping 3 and outs.
Gus mentioned the idea of seizing the moment earlier in the week. Did you feel like the atmosphere in this game was like a regular game, or was there sort of more energy or more outside factors than you guys maybe took into account?
Yeah. But first of all, I want to say thanks to all the fans. I think seeing the big noon kickoff and feeling the energy in the stadium was awesome, and I think that's something that we need moving forward throughout the rest of the season. I think they did a great job at the beginning of the game. We really felt that, that first drive that we had to pick. I know everyone on the defense really felt that, and we were excited. We had the momentum at the moment, and our fans, they stayed with us the whole game, and I appreciate them for staying with us and not leaving the game, and even when things were kind of separating a little bit there at the end. I think they really showed up and continued to support us, so I appreciate it.
Ethan, there's obviously, when Ted got here to run the defense, there's a lot of emphasis on being physical and getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Mm-hmm. You guys have struggled a little bit about that in the first couple of games. What do you guys need to do to get more pressure on the opposing quarterback? Yeah,
I think front end and back end works together, so it's all, we improve both. You're going to see improvement in that. I think some of the games in the past, the first 3 games, there was a lot of quick game, things like that, where it's hard to apply pressure when the ball's coming out so fast, and that starts with the back end, right? And then as the plays continue, now the front end's got to kick in, and we all got to do better, containing the quarterback, making the play, staying under control, and finishing plays really, and making plays that are right in front of us, and that, me included, and so many others on the defense. We all just got to make the plays in front of us.
Ethan, how much does a game like this surprise you? Obviously, you're not expecting something like this, but when it just kind of, like you said, just breaks down on multiple levels so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously never go into a game expecting things like this, and so it's just about how can we adjust on the sideline and not be surprised by it, and just move forward and forget about the things that happened earlier in the game, and just keep chugging, keep finding ways that we can find little successes on the field, so that way we can ultimately win the game. Like, we had a chance and we let them out, and so that's where that separation happened. And I think it's just important that our team doesn't get surprised when things fall apart, and that we stay together and we just focus on what we need to focus on, and that's in the huddle on the defensive side, and just listen to coach and figure out what went wrong, how can we improve, and apply that to the game film. So
Earlier you talked about the hype and the festivities. How much of a missed opportunity is this, though?
I think every time you lose a game, it's a missed opportunity. We only have so many games, and so we got to make the most out of every single time we get to step on the field. And I know our team will do that moving forward. I know we'll bounce back and come together, make improvements, and we'll show up this upcoming week and be ready to play.
What adjustments will you guys make after this tough loss to continue the season in the locker room?
Yeah, I think adjustments are always just in the little things. Tackling, that's a big thing, and then just communication, figuring out what kind of fell apart what on certain plays when things happen, and how can we just execute at a higher level on some of the plays that they had down the field that were big explosive plays that kept them on the field and kept them going. So,
Ethan, how do you avoid how do you avoid letting this loss roll into like maybe 2 or 3 losses? You got a big game against Florida this week. How do you avoid maybe having that kind of get away from you guys?
Yeah, I think it all starts just as soon as the game's over. You can't soak on it. You can't be sad. You got to figure out what went wrong. You got to make improvements, and I think I felt a good energy in the game, or in the locker room after the game. Just not that obviously people are disappointed, but I think people understand that this is not the end. We have so much more ahead of us throughout the rest of the season, and then it starts tomorrow as well. Just coming back with the right mindset to attack our preparation and find ways to be better at the end of the day. I thought we had a good week of practice, but there's obviously things that we can improve on in how we work and how we prepare, and be able to translate it onto the field on Saturdays.
Last one in the back.
What's the importance of keeping a positive mindset within the locker room?
Yeah, it's really everything. As soon as you let doubt creep in, blame creep in, things kind of can fall apart really quickly. And so it's on me, it's on the captains, it's on the rest of the leaders, it's on each individual, it's on the coaches that that we stay positive, and that we focus on just the little things and find improvements and where we fell short today.
Thanks, Ethan.
Yeah, thank you.